Good morning, Year 7. So, I hope that you all enjoyed your lesson on Shakespeare yesterday. I know that some of you worked really, really hard on that, and I was really, really pleased with some of the work that some of you did. So, this lesson then. I would like you for your starter, please, to make sure that you complete the quiz on Show My Homework. So it's all about the background to Shakespeare that you learnt last lesson. So that should take you between 5 and 10 minutes to do. So please feel free to make sure that you pause the video at the moment and then unpause it as soon as you have finished your starter. Okay, so today then we're going to be learning about the globe, and not the globe as in, geography, kind of, looking at a globe of the world. No, the globe is a theatre, which hopefully you learnt last lesson when you were looking up all of the information about Shakespeare. So the globe is actually a really unusual theatre because it's this sort of round wooden structure, alright? So what I would like you to do is write down 3 things that you would like to know about how plays were performed at the Globe. So make sure that you do that now and pause the video whilst you do it, please. Okay, so we're going to spend some time reading through some information. You're going to need to know all of the information here in order to let you do the writing task that you're going to be doing at the end of the lesson, so do make sure that you're concentrating very hard. So, what time did performances begin at the Globe Theatre? So, performances began at 2 o'clock if the flag at the top was flying. If it wasn't, it was bad weather, and obviously they couldn't perform if it was bad weather. Because there wasn't a roof on the theatre. So, because the Globe was 8-sided, and there was just a little sloping thatched roof around the edges, so thatching is sort of hay, alright? But the middle of the theatre was actually open to the sky, which meant that obviously they couldn't perform if the weather was really bad. So, not everyone got wet when it rained. Only the people who were in the belly or the pit of the theatre got wet. So the belly is the bit in the middle that doesn't have a roof. The rich people, however, would be sat under the gallery roof and they would be sat on nice cushions, but it did cost to be able to do that. So, what is above the gallery then? Above the gallery is a hut, like a tiny house popping its head over the walls of the theatre. The suspension gear that was used for flying effects is kept there, so all of the kind of harnesses and things like that would be kept there, and the flag that announces the performances would also be kept there. Were there any cool ways that the actors could enter the stage? There was in fact a trap door which was in the middle of the stage. There were ghosts and spooky characters who would come through the trapdoor, which was obviously really interesting to see way back when special effects were a little bit more limited than nowadays. So, in terms of special effects, obviously, they didn't have CGI and that sort of thing. They did have pig's blood to use instead of real blood, and they did have props. However, there was a bit of a problem when a flaming arrow was shot because the thatched roof caught on fire and burnt the entire place down. But it wasn't the end of the Globe Theatre. Fortunately, they were actually able to build it again in a year. So, your task for today is to go on a virtual school trip to the Globe. If you click on the link at the bottom left, you will be able to use the 360 and navigate around the globe. You'll be able to have a look at what it looks like and how an audience will be able to view the stage, but also how an actor would view the audience. So I'll go through that in a second just to show you how it works, but I also want to tell you what your task is for today. So I want you to spend 25 to 30 minutes imagining that you are either in the audience about to watch a play or that you're an actor about to perform on stage. And I want you to write a diary entry for me. What are your thoughts and feelings? What can you see? What can you hear? So if you need some sentence starters, I will include those on a document for you. But the things that you need to include are ambitious vocabulary, a range of sentence types, a range of punctuation, and paragraphs. But most importantly, something that we have been working on is at least 3 language techniques. Okay, so the language techniques are the things like similes, superlatives, metaphors, personification. Okay, so all of that sort of thing is what you need to include when you write your task. Just for now then, let's have a look at how this school trip to the globe thing is going to work. So I'm just going to click on this link. So there is a virtual tour. So if you scroll down here, you can click View 360 and there's lots of different things that you can see. There's some videos that you can click on. There's images, there is all sorts of things, and you can click and drag to see what it looks like. Alright, so do make sure that you have a nice good look around that. Okay, so please let me know if you've got any questions whatsoever. Please don't send me your final task, because unfortunately I'm not going to get the chance to mark it. I'm a little bit bogged down with the year 11 stuff at the moment and the year 10 stuff. So do bear with me. Hopefully I'll be able to take a task in from you next week. Do not forget to do your starter task as well of the quiz. Alright, please do email me if you've got any questions, g.allen@highstores.sheffield.sch.uk. Alright, hopefully you will enjoy this lesson. I think it's quite a good one, but do let me know if you run into any trouble. Okay, bye guys.